We're at the final part of the Super Mario Bros. 2 commentary, and you might notice I am not sounding the same as I was last night. You know, I ended up actually getting some sleep. It was, what day was it? It was April 9 when I started recording this. Yeah, Chuck's birthday. Happy birthday, buddy. Normally, every year I would end up going to his birthday party, but sadly I was unfortunately extremely busy here at the house, so well, at least at home base 7, so I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't go anywhere, and it really made me feel bad that I couldn't go, but, you know, I'll try to make it up to him at some point. I definitely will. But at this point, let's get back to the commentary. You know, we've actually got something a little notable. Those of you that have played Mario Forever, you might recognize that Mario actually does have the getup that you're viewing Luigi have here. Actually, funny enough, I'm actually very surprised that they gave Luigi his unique design. This is actually, I think, exclusive only to All-Stars, because, yeah, because in the original world, it was just Mario recolored, but if you have All-Stars plus World, one of the big notable changes is that, of course, Luigi has his, facial design from World. I mean, from World, but, yeah, he has his facial design in the All-Stars plus World version of World, which is why most people will probably often play that one if you're gonna play as Luigi, or just play Advance. But that's not what I actually wanted to talk about. The getup that Luigi has here, when he has the Fire Flower, you know, his getup is, you know, green, and, what looks like a very lovely pearl color. I like that pearl. There's a power-up in Mario Forever known as the Jumping Louie. And, you know, it's just a green bouncing ball with a happy face on it. You can get this as Mario. If Mario gets this particular power-up, he basically turned into Luigi the Green Gardener, and what ends up happening is, you know, he has higher and more looser jumping, which can allow you to move faster in some regards. It's very handy for speedruns. The only downside is that you can't shoot any projectiles, but at least you can take 2 hits. At least you can take 2 hits. And I don't think I ever talked about the way that this series works in regards to power-ups, because you know, when you got your small form, that's regular Mario or regular Luigi. When you get the mushroom, that is what is technically considered their super form. And then when you have extra power-ups such as, like, the Fire Flower, the Beetroot, in the case of Mario Forever, or even the Jumping Louie in Mario Forever as well. I don't know if I can consider that, like, beyond super. I mean, don't get me wrong, this game is no Dragon Ball Z. Ooh, speaking of which, isn't there a series known as Super Mario Bros. Z? Yeah, there is. By the way, that's the furthest you can go past the flag before it's impossible to actually touch it. Yeah, that was quite a surprise. I did not expect that when I first played this. Let's see. Do we have a reincarnation of? I think this is what? What did I just do? Did I just slide jump? Crouch jump? What the duck? What is this? This is World... I forget which... is this World 5's castle, or is this just a reconstruction of... Or is this a completely original? Because if my memory serves correctly, World C and World D are just harder versions of the original, yeah, World C and World D are just harder versions of World 7-4 and 8-4's castles. I don't know if Worlds A and B are entirely new, or if they're the same thing that we've already played, just slightly harder. But you know, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. What other things can I talk about regarding Luigi? Because I'll tell you this, most of the time, if I'm not playing as Mario, I'm playing as Luigi. Oh yeah! In Nintendo All-Star Dirento Smash Brothers, which you folks know better as Super Smash Brothers, yeah, most of the time, once I have all the characters and stages unlocked, you're usually viewing me play as Luigi. Why is that? I don't know. Maybe because his, I think it's like his down special, down in B, if I remember correctly. It is so ducking aggressive. So ducking aggressive. You can knock enemies you can knock your opponents and enemies sky high. Far easier than in, I think, any other game that the series has. They actually give him more of a power balance in Smash 4, but it's not as notable because, you know, if you ever play against me and I'm Luigi, chances are it's gonna come down to the clutch, more than likely. What else involving Luigi? Oh yeah, anybody remember Luigi's Boo Haunt? Alright, Luigi's Boo Hunt, it's basically a Pac-Man incarnation of Luigi's Mansion. Simply put, you're playing as Superstar Saga Luigi, but he has his vacuum from Luigi's Mansion, which basically allows him to suck up ghosts. However, you need battery power in order to function the ducking vacuum. You basically have to collect all the coins and then reach the exit without losing a chance, mind you. If you touch a boo if you touch a boo while you don't have the vacuum, or if it touches you from behind, you lose a chance to complete the game. But then again, you can't. I don't know if you can complete Luigi's Boo Hunt. I mean, Duck, in my recording on the Royameadow Archives channel, I got to level 95 before everything went to fish. Jeez, that's quite a lot, don't you think? Level 95, and the game's still not over. I need to commentate over that sometime, but I don't want to do that by my lonesome. Duck that. But, who the heck made Luigi's Boo Hunt? Was that Blaze Hedgehog? I hope I'm getting the username right, because it's been a long ducking time since I've heard of Blaze Hedgehog. I wonder what the heck he's been doing up to now, because he kind of went AWOL after 2013. At least to my knowledge, I haven't seen any new uploads from him. I think that Blaze Hedgehog was actually I think he was one of the first people to show off what Sonic Adventure 2 would look like in anamorphic widescreen. Dreamcast version. Not GameCube version, but Dreamcast version. And that was ducking lovely for its time. Because, you know, we were still in a time, I think this was back in 2009, 2010, nobody knew if we would ever get games like games from the Generation 5 and 6 era with anamorphic widescreen, or if we could make widescreen hacks. And we're starting to see it more and more. With PSX and PlayStation 2 emulation, games that never had anamorphic widescreen before, or just widescreen in general, you're starting to notice they're getting widescreen more often. In Dolphin, the utmost notable thing for most games is that the widescreen hack is notable. And for those of you that are kind of curious as to how the widescreen hack works in Dolphin, I'll gladly explain this. The widescreen hack in Dolphin does not apply to menu textures. What I mean by that is, like for example, I made Roya Rockwood Sonic Mega Collection, which basically is it's the first official texture pack to have been made and released for Dolphin. You can get it on SSRG right now in the showroom. I'll gladly have it in the description if anybody decides to ask, or I might just do it out of my own free will. And simply put, the way that the widescreen hack works is that only the design models actually end up getting crunched down to fit a widescreen resolution. So, like, if I were to have it in, like, let's say, 1280 by 720, you know, that's regular HD. If I were to not have the widescreen hack on, all of, like, the menu models and whatnot, like, the menu selection, little mini pods, the TV that shows the menus for, like, the games and the options, as well as anything in the extras, like the illustrations of comics. All of that is stretched out when the widescreen hack is not enabled. When you have the widescreen hack enabled, if it is made to fit into the screen more so that it doesn't look like it's, you know, spaced out. At the same time, the backgrounds also, they also get an added benefit because now you can see more of the textures that you were originally meant to see. And to be truthful, that is why I fucking love the widescreen hack. And that's also kind of one of the reasons why I kind of made my texture pack for HD reasons. None of the textures in Roya Rockwood Sonic Mega Collection are below 512 by 512, unless if they were part of the original menu design, or unless if they are part of something else that didn't necessarily need to have a higher resolution in the first place. I'll tell you right now, though, Revision 0 actually does have some bad stuff, like the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 highlight is glitched. So, yeah, unfortunately, you'll see that Sonic the Hedgehog 3 also apparently has Sonic the Hedgehog 3. You know, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 will have Sonic the Hedgehog 3's banner on it. Same thing goes, I think, with... No. Yeah, it is glitched. It's glitched in a way in which... Yeah. So there is no Sonic 3 banner. It's just the Sonic 2 banner, but it also applies to Sonic 3's. That's what I mean to say. My apologies. Let's see. I've got over 1 million points here. Nice. Over 1 million ducking points. You know, I have never gotten 1 million points outside of Mario 2. Maybe I think I've gotten over 1 million points in Mario 3, but it's been such a long time. Actually, funny enough, I actually have to re-record my SFC incarnation of Mario 3. I'll have to get to that at a better point in time. I don't know when that'll be. And noticing anything similar here? Yeah, this is just a harder version of World 7-4. You can tell. You can really tell. I mean, just add a whole bunch of flame wheels. That's all. And weren't these platforms longer? I really don't know. I think you actually have to take a hit here. Do you, or do I take a hit? No, I don't. Oh. Well, I know that you have to take a hit somewhere because, unfortunately, they made it too violently difficult in order to actually go through by regular means. Yeah, right there. Yeah, they got rid of the blocks in which you could duck down on. So now you got. Oh, but yeah, here you can't do that. So you have to take a hit. You have to become Small Luigi or Small Mario, depending on who you're playing as. If I had to say that, this game was made with Luigi all over it. Don't play as Mario in this. I mean, because Mario's jump is just, it's too heavy for comfort. It's too heavy for comfort. It's not safe to play as Mario for this. And, you know, I would feel that, you know, I'm sure there are a lot of people that will probably play as Mario over Luigi any day. Whether it be based on gaming culture, or if it's just because they prefer Mario over Luigi. Or they just feel that Mario's physics are probably better for the game at hand. Again, in Super Mario Bros. 2, that is not the case for me. I always played as Luigi. I tried playing as Mario, but again, it is just too painful as Mario, especially when, you know, you're dealing with World 7, World C, and World 9. There are just certain things that you can't do yeah, there are just certain things you can't do in particular incarnations of the game that you have to play as the character that doesn't have more games. And I could say that's a fair and reasonable compromise. So I'm sure that there are a lot of games out there that were built for, that were built around the everybody who is not the main character. I don't think that's a bad thing, but that does need to be changed around for other titles come future time. Actually, funny enough, what I'm quite surprised about too is that Mario Maker, Super Mario Maker. You get to make custom Mario levels for the Wii U title. They never have to make another 2D Mario again. But in its defense, or actually no, not in its defense, but one of the issues that I have with Mario Maker is actually the fact that you can't do everything that you would definitely love to do if you're playing Mario Maker, because I've always wondered why the heck didn't they go out of their way to have like unique physics and unique abilities for each character? Is it because Super Mario Bros. Crossover already did that? I mean, Duck, you can play as Link, right? You can play as Link in Crossover, and he has his abilities I think, from Zelda 2. In Mario Maker, you don't have that. You just get to play as the original character. Well, no, everybody basically plays exactly like Mario. And I felt that was a heavily missed opportunity on the part of Nintendo. They could have definitely done far more with the way that they handled their character setup, so that each character would have their own unique abilities. And wishfully, at some point they decide to go out of their way to do so. I mean, Duck, you can play as Sonic in Mario Maker. At least give him the spin dash or something. But if that doesn't happen, there's always ROM hacking. I'm sure that in the event that the Wii U becomes, obsoleted, and, Dolphin actually does end up getting Wii U support. Actually, I don't know if they're ever going to actually do that, but that would actually be ducking fun. That would definitely be ducking fun. I would love to see that at some point. Oh, by the way, yeah, crosses. We're in front of a cathedral, or a church, or something. Either way, this is the last level before the final castle. There's really not much I have to say here, because we're at the end of the game. But if you remember anything from World 8-3 and the original Super Mario Bros., whether you were playing original mode, whether you were playing hard mode with all the Buster Beetles, right off the bat, this is gonna be painful. This is indeed painful. I actually do remember the amount of save states that I had to use in order to make this. I remember using at least 250 save states in World D alone. And it's because of bad jumps such as that. Because, I was trying to be fancy with, like, the moonwalk and whatnot. But World D3 is kind of a breeze once you know how to do things. It's D4 that really shows off what this game can do. At least in terms of Dick Cheney-ish difficulty, Dick Cheney-ish enemy placement. I mean, look at that. Why would you have a red piranha there? That's the stupidest place to have a red piranha. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure this game had its reasons for having all these weird placements, but still. I could understand why the Americans thought that this would be way too difficult for them. Because, again, this game came out in 1986. Super Mario Bros. Came out in 85. That's understandable. Super Mario Bros. Came out in 85, this came out in 86. And so, of course, this game kind of suffers from Mega Man X6 logic. It was made within less than a year. So obviously there will be there obviously will be a lot of difficulty because some people might say it was underdeveloped. Well, bear in mind, The Rockman series, there was roughly a game coming out every 2 to 3 years. But then again, Capcom did have its luxury of being able to work on titles as much as they were able to at the time. Got fake King Koopa there again. But would I say that Super Mario Bros. 2 gets a bad reputation for having been made in less than a year and then coming out in Japan and then not the US until 93, 7 years later? I wouldn't necessarily say so, but it's still debatably one of the best titles in the franchise. I feel, though, that Super Mario Bros. 2 needs to get more love than it normally would. So, come at some point, when that time comes, I would be very happy if, we see, like, a full-on reboot of this particular title. I totally forgot that, once you complete hard mode, you end up getting, whether you're Mario or Luigi, Princess Toadstool will basically kiss him right all over. If only I were treated that way if I were to save a princess from a castle. See, in the original Brain Scratch commentary for Mario 2, I remember. Yeah, Lewis said, like, why is it hurrah? Isn't it supposed to be, like, huzzah to our hero Luigi? Somehow huzzah actually makes better sense. I would actually prefer that more, but still. Oh, that was a fun ride. That was indeed a fun ride. I'm glad that these two commentaries are over. Mario USA 2, Super Mario Bros. 2. Oh man, oh man, oh man. So I'm gonna save that and exit out. And that is Super Mario Bros. 2, ladies and gentle people. This was indeed a lovely walk down memory lane, and I've actually got a few other commentaries that I need to get to. I've still got, Rockman 3, or Mega Man 3, actually. I'm playing on a specific mod of it in which you can basically have, like, a health bar for each enemy. Like, it shows the health bar for each enemy. That'll definitely be fun to get to. I said that one of the first games, the first game that I would ever have a commentary of that I recorded on the DVD recorder was Mojo. And don't get me wrong, that is still on board. I don't know when I'll get around to it, because at this point in time, I'm looking through here, Disc 1 is just my regular playthrough. It's my first playthrough of the game, which was done back in, 2010, 2011. I've had the game since Christmas of 2003. Yes, I've had this game for over 12 years. So the fact that it took me 7 years to actually record the game for us, it's kind of something that I would definitely love to get to at some point. I just don't know. Hang on a second, let me just double check. November 14th of 2012. Oh, right. That's when I dumped the DVD file for it. Alright. So yeah, I gotta go through that again. I gotta figure out what the heck is, what's missing, what's still there, and then I'll just work my way from there and figure out what I have to do in order to have the commentary completely up. What else do I have here? Oh my goodness, yeah, I still have my Symphony of the Night. I still have my Symphony of the Night footage. I don't know where Disc 3 is. Disc 3 has the end of the game. Oh yeah, totally forgot Super Contra. My goodness. You can tell I've got some footage that I've got to go through. But I will definitely make sure to do that at some point. I just don't know when that will be. But wishfully it will be soon, I don't want to be away for too long. It's always a fun time talking over these games, and if you enjoy listening to me talk over these titles, no matter how much stuttering I've been having, I appreciate it wholeheartedly. And by this point, I'm sure there's like a credits roll, or maybe like the splash screen of, let's see, I think it's probably myself, Ashley, Doug, Luna, Dan, and Kayla. They're my influence. I truly wholeheartedly appreciate the fact that, they're still around. and that, you know, and that they're my motivation to actually do this stuff. But I think that'll be it for this episode. I hope that you had a fun time watching. And, you know, I'll be back. I'll be back. I don't know what the heck I'm going to be doing, but I'll be back. But until the next episode, ladies and gentle people, I am Roya Rockwood. Have a good day, dawn, dusk, evening, night, late night, after dark, whenever the duck you happen to be watching this video. It's fun to be back. It's good to be back. Very happy. Very happy.